Your account is overdrawn to $136 and a $35 fee has been charged.
Dear self, you're not the things that happened to you in your past. Evolve, grow, and prosper. Know who you are. I'm worthy. I am deserving. I will win. Hey, my loves, and welcome to another episode of the Know Who You Are podcast. I am your host, Tamisa, and on this podcast, it is a production of me journaling out loud, sharing my daily and weekly life lessons with you guys, putting it into context so that we could all learn, grow, and flourish together. So listen, you guys, let's put pure intent into context. So this morning, I decided to go out for a morning walk. I had to release some pressure, Lord. You know, it was one of those days where I just had a lot of things going on mentally, right? I had a lot of things going on mentally, and I really needed a release. Now, for me, I could always find that deep, much needed release in nature. So what did I decide to do? Go to my favorite park. There's a beautiful lake there, and I decided to walk this park. Now, as I'm walking, I was listening to worship music because my intent was to go to clear my mind and to get in a healthier space with my thoughts, because I was going through it heavily. And, you know, I have to be honest with you guys. Every day is not perfect. Every day is not butterflies and rainbows. Like, life is real, and sometimes it can take a toll. And this is one of my tools to get myself back together, because I can no longer stay stuck in that space like I used to. So anywho, pure intent. I'm in the park and I'm walking, and I noticed several things occurring, right? I noticed this woman, she passes me and she's doing the Sophia walk. If you ever seen The Color Purple, you know what the Sophia walk is. The Whoopi, not the Whoopi, the Oprah walk, the Sophia. You told Hoppo to beat me. You know how she go, that mid jog but brisk walk type of walking. She was doing that, and I was strolling with grace, you know, because I went out there to clear my mind. I wasn't trying to work out. I was trying to exercise. Wasn't trying to lose no pounds. I was trying to find clarity and settle my spirit in a peaceful manner. So as I noticed her exercising with this brisk walk, the thought came into my head: when she got up this morning and put on her clothes, her intentions was to come out to the park and do cardio, to work out, to get a really good workout in before her day started. Because this is 8 in the morning. It's early. This is before, you know, most people busy days start. She decided to be intentional on getting up early, getting out to the park, and doing a brisk walk to exercise, right? That was her intention, and she was accomplishing her intent. Now, we're both on the same park, but we both have two different intentions. Now, my intention was to clear my mind, so I'm walking with grace. So I take notice to the leaves blowing. I take notice to the waves moving in the water. I take notice to the ducks dipping under the water. And I'm being intentional with finding that inner peace and surrounding myself with nature and immersing myself in the moment, to be present in the moment. And I just thought it was so beautiful how two people could be in the exact same place to serve two different purposes, right? So that was the first thing that stood out to me. Whatever your intention is for that moment, for that day, for that place that you're entering into, that's what's going to manifest. My intent was to find peace, and I did. Her intent was to get up and to work out and do a brisk walk, and she did, right? So the next thing that I noticed, I decided to sit down and really just take in nature, and I cut off my headphones. I just had the urge to take them off. So as I took off my headphones and I put them in the case, I noticed this beautiful sound cutting through the breeze, cutting through the sounds of the birds. I heard this beautiful sound, an instrument that I had never heard before. It was so beautiful. It was so angelic. So as I began to look up and to look around to see where this sound is coming from, I see this guy. He's walking and he's playing the instrument as his dog runs in front of him. And I thought it was the most beautiful thing, right? And as he approaches me, I turn around and I ask him, "What is that you're playing?" And he told me that it's a pan flute, if I'm not mistaken, a pan flute. And I told him, I said, "That is so beautiful." I said, "The sound of it is so soothing and so relaxing." And he said, "Yeah, I believe the same thing. And I do it because it relaxes me," right? And I was like, "Wow, how long have you been playing?" And he was telling me, he's only had it for 3 weeks, but the sound that was coming out of it was so beautiful. I told him, I said, "Wow, you learned really fast." And he was telling me, that he's a musician and he's into instruments. And instantly, in that moment, in the midst of this conversation, it dawned on me. His intent was to come out and to be exactly who he is. He was walking in who he is as a person. He is a musician. He loves music. He came out to the park to enjoy his talent of playing music, and he was intentional in being exactly who he was. And because he was being intentional in exactly what he was, it drew me to him, right? I was drawn to him. And the message that I received was, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. And the more that you're intentional with being exactly who you are, the right people that are meant to be drawn to you, they will take notice. They will take notice to your talents. They will take notice to your gifts. You do not have to force it. All you have to do is continue to be intentional with what it is that you are pushing out into the world. And that's what's going to regenerate to you. Now, keywords. I went out to the park to seek peace. I heard this beautiful sound coming from this instrument. I told him it sounds so peaceful. And his words to me was, "Yes, I believe the same thing." I attracted that peace. He projected that peace. I attracted it. You understand? What you push out is what's going to come back to you. What are you being intentional about in your life? What are you purely intentional about? What is your true intent with your values, with your morals, how you handle people, how you handle life situations when they come, whether good or bad? What is your intent going into every situation in your life? When is the last time you step back and evaluate it and say, "This is truly what I want. This is what I desire to project. This is what I'm standing firm in." When is the last time that you truly decided to be intentional about what you were doing? Because see, going through life, a lot of the times we fall into these patterns, right? We get up, we go to work, we come home from work, we take a shower, we brush our teeth, we eat dinner, we go to bed, we get up and we do the same routine. When is the last time you took moments in between the things that you're obligated to do, as far as go to work or take care of your children or cook dinner for your kids or cook breakfast for the kids? When is the last time you took time aside to be intentional about things that you are doing in your day-to-day life? And not only going through the process of doing the things that has become habit, as far as your daily routine, your daily patterns, as the things that you have to do. What are you being intentional about in your free time? What are you thinking about intentionally? Because let me tell you something. If you desire a certain outcome in life, it's going to take a certain work ethic to reach that. And something that I am realizing myself, right? That a lazy delivery is going to equal a lazy result. What does that look like? Going to the gym. If I desire to lose 20 pounds and I go to the gym, I get on the treadmill, I walk on the treadmill for 1 minute and I get off. And then I'm going to take selfies like I done did this amazing workout and then I'm out the gym door. That is a lazy delivery. You're being lazy in the delivery of your work ethic when it comes to your workouts. So your results are going to be lazy results. They're going to be poor results. What are you being intentional about? And how much power is you putting behind that intention? Are you really moving forward and working hard towards what you desire? Or are you flirting with the idea of having this certain result, but not actually doing the work? Because the way that you're projecting yourself matters. Be intentional. And don't only be intentional with force behind it. And go after the things that you want and that you desire, because they're not going to just fall in your lap. You have to do the work. So as I'm walking on the park, usually when I go to this particular park, I stop in this certain area. And I always find myself nested in the same spot under the same tree. But today I wanted more, right? You know, sometimes in life we want more, right? Today I craved more. I said, I'm not just going to stop here. I'm going to keep going. And as I continue to go and I look around me, the view was different. The view on the other side was different. Let me tell you something. On the other side of where you are right now is everything that you ever hoped and dreamed for. But it's going to take you making that decision to get up and to continue moving forward and continue moving around and stop staying stuck in that same spot. I know every time I start this project, it could be, say, a 30-day challenge that I'm doing. Every single time I implement a 30-day challenge, on day 7, I call it quits. Well, you know what? This time, I'm not going to quit on day 7. I'm going to see it through the 30 days. That's the type of force you have to put behind your intent. You have to put force behind your intent and know that you are capable to do anything that you put your mind to, but it all starts with you making the decision to move forward and to not stay stuck anymore. The choice is yours. Simple as that. It's time to take your life serious. It's time to move forward. It's time to stop doubting and understand that the vision that you see was not there by mistake. It is placed there by design, with the knowing that you are capable of seeing it through. Believe in yourself. Stop doubting and understand that you are more than capable. You have what it takes within you. But it's one thing for people around you to see it, but it's time for you to see it. It's time for you to understand that it's time to grow, to flourish, to prosper. To stop just thinking about it, to stop just talking about it, and actually put action behind those words and thoughts and make it happen. Simple as that. Get up and start. If you're having a bad day, we all do. Figure out what it's going to take to get you into the shift mode, to get you back in the race towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards becoming the version of yourself that is equipped to be on the other side of where you are now. The requirements that is needed for you to actually see the fruits of your work is action. Action is a requirement. You're going to have to take action. Belief, faith, tenacity, force, boldness, confidence. You need these things. These are the requirements needed for you to become. Faith, understanding that it's going to take patience. but also knowing that you have what it takes to do it. You are creative, you are brilliant, you are capable. What more do you need to hear? Get up and get started. Be intentional with your intentions. Yes, be intentional with your intentions. Be careful what you're putting your intent towards, because that's what's going to manifest in your walking life. Focus. Focus on your intent, on your intentions. Be aware and mindful of your thoughts, and continue moving forward. Continue moving forward. All right, my loves. This has been another episode of the Know Who You Are podcast. And I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.